Hey, it's Kelvin here, and I tell you, the first prototype of the Simi Cane, it worked. It worked. I'll be honest, it did work, and I actually enjoyed it. Come along with me on the journey, and let's see what this first prototype was all about. It said one of every three visually impaired individuals will be hit by a car. I've been hit by a car 3 times. My name is Kelvin Crosby, the inventor of the CE cane, the first fully lighted white cane for those visually impaired to help them from being hit by a car. Join me to help me live and 253 million visually impaired people beyond this challenge. Yep. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can help the 253 million visually impaired people be seeing the Simi Cane. And all the money from the proceeds of this YouTube channel is going to give away Simi Cane to those visually impaired that can't afford the Simi Cane. So hit that subscribe button and help me make this possible. I tell you, the first prototype of the Simi Cane was interesting. Because first, I didn't really know how to get light through a tube without like Christmas lights, or anything like that. So I'm like, oh, let's try a couple of things. And the first attempt was disastrous, and I started realizing at this point that if I were to build this cane with 2 flashlights, maybe the light beam will go and hit each other and illuminate the whole cane. And I'm like, this could work. So I took two flashlights that are probably the size of uh, a little bit bigger than a cigarette. But and so one was at the bottom, one was at the top, and they were turned on, and so you had to manually turn them on and turn them off. But it went through the whole tube and actually illuminated the tube. But this tube, to be sturdy enough to be a blind cane, was a 1-inch tube. And this was an issue. But I needed to see, would this be something that visually impaired people would want? Would they want a cane that lights up before I go invest more money into it? So I took it to the National Federation for the Blind in 2019 and in Las Vegas, and who was the cool guy there? This guy right here. Even though it was not a nice thin tube like we normally use for blind canes, it was cool looking, and you could see it from, it wasn't quite 100 yards away at that point. You could see it about 50 yards away. And people were like, this is awesome. This is the best thing. We want one of these. And so as I started really doing some research and analysis and realizing people want this cane. And this is why it's so important to go test the audience and see, does your audience or your customer want your product? Because if they don't want your product, then they're not going to buy it. And if you want government money to pay for a lot of this, you better make sure that product is legit. And so in my case, I went back home, started working on version 2. And I tell you, version 2 was a little bit different, but you're going to have to stay tuned for another day for me to share with you on version 2 what that came with like. So, like I always say, to wrap up all my shows, go live beyond your challenges, and I'll see you tomorrow.